Alright, so the Zombie 2 is in prep mode, getting ready for the Texas Mile. As you can see here, we have the calipers off the brake system. We're taking them completely apart, cleaning everything, lubricating everything, to make sure that if I can get the car as fast as I would like to, I'll be able to stop the car safely. And let's see, we've got new back tires. They're not nearly as wide, but they're a taller profile, and they're the speed rated tires that'll go to 200 and plus miles an hour, so the parentheses Y rated tires. Doesn't look quite as cool. I kind of miss the big wide ones, but you know, more surface contact is less top speed, and we're certainly trying for top speed. On the battery side of things, we've doubled the primary power feeds, and then if you come inside here, Alan Coaster, that's Alan, and over here is Joe Man, Captain Safety, but Alan and Jack, who's not here, have fabricated a booster pack. Okay, so this is 4 of our modules, each module containing 64 lithium-ion cells. So this pack is going to add roughly 29 volts to the overall top voltage level. Hopefully that'll stiffen the sag of the battery pack up a bit, and this will be positioned behind the passenger seat in its own little case. It's not going to be a permanent part of the car. Mixing new modules with used modules, not really a good thing to do, but okay to do for something like this where you're just running it down the track for the 1 mile run and you're not using it every day. And the reason is the newer modules tend to be more responsive, and so they'll try to give up their energy faster, and that means they'll get drained quicker, and they could then potentially get hotter. But we will have temperature monitoring in this module in the case that secures it behind the seat. But anyway, that's what's going on. Alright, so the front brakes have been completely reassembled, every single thing done, cleaned, relubricated, new pads, and checked the rotors out, and even rebled everything. So we got nice, beautiful free spinning wheels and good tires. So hopefully this will get me stopped when I get it up to speed. I thought I would take you underneath and show you a little bit about some of the other changes that we've made that are going to push this car to potentially record top speeds. So coming off the back of these 1,000 horsepower pair of DC motors is a Gearvender overdrive. We love the Gearvender guys. These overdrives have been rebuilt by them with the absolute latest drag racing level grade clutches and materials. So here's the way this works. This isn't, if you didn't have these, and we normally can around town run like a 76-inch drive shaft straight to the rear, normally you would be in a 1-to-1 final drive, which means this is like it's starting out in the 3rd gear if it had an automatic transmission. But it's got so much power and torque that doesn't matter. You're fine taking off. That's how we run it at the drag track. Okay, so for top speed though, we wanted overdrives. We want to keep the RPMs of these big motors low. They do better the lower the RPM, the more efficient and the more phenomenal the power and torque is. So with the first Gearvender overdrive, when you engage it, you go from a 1-to-1 to a .778. So now there's your first overdrive. We have a second Gearvender. So when you engage that, in addition to the first, you now go to a .6. Getting kind of crazy. You go to the third, and by the way, no one has ever run more than 2 Gearvenders in series. So that's one of the reasons the Gearvender guys love us. We're like an unofficial test team for Gearvenders. So the third one gets engaged. You're now at a .47 overdrive. You can't even buy a modern car with an overdrive that tall. Then you engage the crazy fourth one. Now you're at a .336. That then feeds in this amazing 13-inch drive shaft and into our racing rear end and center section that have a 2.47 ring and pinion, which is just ridiculously tall rear end. Guys at the drag track, when they find out I'm running a 2.47, and they usually start at a 411, they're just amazed. Other changes that we've made, since we've added a lot of batteries and a lot of weight to the car, we upgraded the springs to 800-pound springs, and then Street or Track graciously supplied us with a new set of Bilstein shocks that are properly valved for our unusual weight distribution and weight load. The tires and everything have all been corner balanced with scales, so we've got the car set up as smooth and as balanced as we can get it. We're running a 2.5-degree rake front to rear. We're probably going to drop the front end maybe another inch to increase that rake just a little bit and keep that front lower. And like I said, listen, I don't have it on here, but we have a splitter that's made to hook to these plates. So there's going to be a splitter that seals off the front of the engine bay area back to here that Alan Coaster hand fabricated for us. Oh, yeah, we doubled all the power lines. So you now have 2 hots and 2 negatives that bring all that phenomenal juice up to these motors. So we've eliminated resistance at all points, and we're going to be doing a few more things between now and the race day after tomorrow to continue to reduce resistance and install that booster battery pack. Thanks.